In this series, we will be making a bot to automatically play the game Clash Royale. It's a mobile game where you place cards in an arena and the goal is to destroy the enemy's towers and not let them destroy yours. Eventually, the goal is to make a bot that can automatically play the game by itself and get better over time using machine learning. We'll be using the Python libraries CV2 for computer vision and PyAutoGUI to move and click the mouse. First, we're going to create the basic utility functions that our program needs to run. To do this, we'll first need to import the libraries that we're going to use, including NumPy, CV2, and PyAutoGUI. If it's your first time importing these libraries, you'll have to install them first by typing pip space install space and then the name of the library in the terminal. So first we'll create the capture screen function, which will return the user's screen as an object. This will allow us to scan it in later functions. Next, we will create a function that can take an image as a parameter and tell us if it's on the screen or not. It will return true if the image is on the screen and false otherwise. To do this, we will use the match template function of the CV2 library, which will overlay our template image on top of the real image and tell us how similar they are. The threshold value tells us how similar the images need to be for a true to be returned. If the images are more than 70% similar, then we will return true from this function. Next, we will create a function that takes an image as a parameter and finds it for us on the screen. The bool that is returned will be true if the image is found and false if it is not found. The two objects will be tuples for the coordinates of the top left and bottom right of the image. Once again, we are using the match template function from the CV2 library to find the card. Locations is a list of all the locations that we find this card on the screen. This is useful for if there are duplicates of the card. If locations return is an empty list, that means the card was not found on the screen and will return false from this function. The top left coordinates of the image is stored at the 0 index of the locations list. We can also get the height and the width if we use the .shape function, which is part of the pillow library. By adding height and width to the top left coordinates, we can get the bottom right coordinates. The function will return the top left and the bottom right coordinates of the image. Next, we'll create a function to click on an image on the screen. This uses the find image on screen function that we just created above. If the previous function returns true, that means that we know the image was found on the screen, and then we can click on the middle coordinates of the image. The middle coordinates are calculated with a simple averaging technique from the top and the bottom coordinates. After calculating the middle coordinates of the image, we will use PyAutoGUI to click on these coordinates. We will now test these functions by having our program start a battle in Clash Royale. First, we need to screenshot the battle image from the game and save it as a PNG in our project file. Next, we will create an object for this image in a new file. This is the object that will be passed into our functions. Finally, we will call the functions in our main class. If the image is on the screen, then we will click on the battle image, which will start a battle. However, our function fails to click the battle button. This is because we forgot to zip our locations array in the find image on screen function, which turns it into a list that we can process. Thanks for watching. In the next episode, we will teach our bot the basic strategies for playing cards.